Everybody, welcome aboard. Captain Mike here. I don't have anything set up in the flight deck just yet. MS2020 never looked and felt right to me since the day I put it in. So I did a complete reinstall. Everything gone. And I put 2020 back in with PMDG right now and FSU IPC7. And the aircraft has never handled any better. She feels beautiful now. I mean, she's not on the level of X-Plane, but she is far superior to what she's ever been with me handling it in here. So there was definitely something wonky going on with my other setup. No doubt about it. And I have just about everything set up. Only a couple of crazy issues. One is the tiller. Very weird. It doesn't work in MS2020. And it doesn't work right in FSU IPC7. Yet, if I set FSU IPC7 to just send this axis to calibrate and then select it in MS2020, then it works. Go figure. And my number 2 reverser, I cannot get that to work at all. The number 1 reverser works just fine, and I'm using the same setup for number 2, except the number 2 engine instead of the number 1 engine. And that one, it just flaps back and forth like this. Doesn't work. Makes no sense. I don't plan on landing. Just want to see what it looks like. Up next, well, I'm trying to figure out this reverser, so maybe I'll get FS ATC installed for some communication background noise. I think that's going to be next on the list. All right, let's put her down here if we can. Give you a view of the airport out that right window. That might be a little more interesting, so we'll cross over here. Yeah, I've got no reverses. Well, I don't have that set up either. I don't have Device Interface Manager on, so I'm going to be breaking it. I don't even know what airport this is. Pretty cool view though. But she handles real nice now. This runway is meant for a 737. Better get ready to stomp on it. No reverses. Spoilers do work though.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. 10.
Oh, that ain't gonna work. So now the rudder isn't all that bad now, so I'm not all over the runway because it's not so sensitive anymore. So one item left to get figured out here, and I think we're good for point A to point B testing, which is going to be pretty cool. Alright everybody, just a heads up on what I'm working on, and we'll have 2020 and X-Plane back up and running side by side again shortly. Looking forward to it. But you can see the tiller handles beautifully now. Before she was all over the place. We'll pull right in here. Alright everybody, I'll catch you on my next run. Take care. Time to do a little bit more work on this reverser. See if I can't get that figured out.